are focused on reducing stress, boosting the immune system, and strengthening the lungs. So Jemma's going to be the model for this. So reference her for these poses because I don't have a whole. So if you're interested in diving a bit deeper into these poses, all of these are listed on yogajournal.com. That's a great resource to use. So main thing is just have fun. Customize these poses to your liking. Modify as you need to. Be aware of any kind of injury and props that you have around, like gather some pillows, blankets, blocks. First things first, make sure your environment is comfortable. Start some nice music. I've got this milk and honey room spray. It smells really good. It's lavender. It's good for refreshing your mat. So I do want to do a little bit of intro into yoga. Like I'll just do a little like why yoga, why the breath. In Sanskrit, yoga means union. It means to yoke. And so about bringing all parts of our being into union. And through that, all systems can communicate. So we want to be able to bring all of that together and communicate and optimize the function of the body. And through my training, I've learned that the body is the subconscious mind, and the breath is the bridge to that, to your subconscious. And if you've ever heard the phrase that your issues are in your tissues, it's quite literal. So the subconscious mind is what's running most of our decisions. It's like the thing that's driving everything in our life. So in order to connect with that, we do it through the breath and through massage, through yoga, through asanas, all of that. So that's why the importance of the breath and connecting all of that together. In Chinese medicine, the lungs represent they store grief and sadness. And if we can learn to strengthen and connect to our lungs and our breath, then we can learn to deal with those emotions in a healthier fashion. And, find the blocks that are going on in our system. So we're going to focus on two different types of breathing. The first one is called Eje Breath. And this breath is just really simple. It's filling through your nose. And it's kind of like you're fogging a glass or fogging a mirror. So this, just like, everyone do this. Like just a little bit of a constriction in the throat, but with your mouth closed. So we're going to maintain this like steady, strong breath throughout these poses. That's really important. The main focus is the breath. So Ujjayi breathing is just closing your mouth and allowing that audible breathing in and out of your nose. And then the other breath is called lion's breath. And this is more of a, it relaxes all your face muscles. So for this, it's just you take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, and exhale like a lion. And just relax that jaw, the jaw muscles, relax the throat, all of that. So it's just a big sigh of relief for the lion's breath. And so we'll start in a seated posture. Find a comfortable seat. You can sit on your heels. You can sit just crisscross and find a center. So sit up really tall, draw the shoulders back, open the chest. Nice. You can close your eyes. You can bring your hands to your heart center here. And just think of an intention that you want for this class. Maybe it's just to feel more relaxed in your body. Maybe it's just to not think about the news. Maybe it's just to find your center. So just start to connect with that Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And do this for about 5 rounds. Maintain a steady, strong flow in and out of your nose. And just shake it out a little bit. You need to shake out the shoulders. Do some neck rotations here. And from here, we'll just we'll go onto a tabletop. So onto your hands and your knees, and Jemma's going to demonstrate this. So your palms are directly beneath your shoulders. Your knees are directly beneath your hips, your hip distance. We're going to start out in a neutral spine, so the crown of your head is going to be extended forward, and you're going to maintain a neutral spine at first until you get that going. Nice. And then inhale, drop the belly, draw the shoulders back, open the chest, lift the gaze, and exhale, round the upper back. Nice. And really ground into all 10 fingers here. And do a couple of these. Do about 5 of these, inhaling and exhaling with that Ujjayi breathing. This is called cat-cow. And when you round the upper back, pretend they're a cat. Meow. And then when you drop the belly, open that chest, draw the shoulders back. Move. And make this your own. You can rock the hips back and forth. You can start to make some circular rotations and get some movement in the wrists, warm up the wrists. Nice. All right, and then come back to that seated position. You can either sit crisscross or onto your feet. And reach the palms up. Look up towards the sky. Let's reach to your fingertips. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, bring the arms out wide. Twist to the right side. Nice. And the right fingertips can be behind your tips, can come onto your right knee. And then inhale, reach back up, look up towards your palms. Lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, twist to the other side. And reach through the crown of your head. So try to extend through your spine, keeping a long, lengthened spine. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, other side. We're gonna come into a Sphinx pose. So, so make her to your belly. Lie on your hips. Extend your forearms and out in front of you in your palms. So your arms are gonna be parallel. So if you can find Jemma, she's doing a great demonstration of it right now. So you're gonna press your palms, your forearms into the mat, draw the shoulders back, open the chest, lift the gaze. And then you're gonna extend through your toes. So engage your thighs, release that lower back there, and maintain that Ujjayi breath. So steady inhales and exhales through your nose. Very nice. And rock the hips a little bit just to release that lower back, release some lower back tension. Nice. And then from here, we're going to go into a forearm plank. So curl the toes start to activate your shoulders, lift the hips, extend the crown of the head forward, and then keep pressing the heels back. So you're gonna maintain one straight line of energy from the crown of your head to your feet. And you can always modify, you can always drop your knees if you need to. This is a strength building pose. So you're activating your core, you're activating your thigh muscles, your shoulders. This is a pretty intense pose. So modify however you need to. Nice job, Jemma. And maintain that breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And do this for about 5 rounds, 5 deep breaths. And then when you're done, make your way back into that Sphinx pose. Forearms parallel, opening that chest, drawing the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. And this is a great pose if you're always sitting down. It's a good counteractive pose for someone that's always sitting. Whenever you're ready, just make your way back into posture. I'm not really sure what the time is right now. I'm not kept track of that. Might be about minutes.
We've got a few more minutes.
You're okay.
Okay, great.
I'll send you a little chat, Adam, when we gotta start winding down.
Okay. All right. So so let's from the seated posture, make your way onto a child's pose. So sitting back on your down, your knees are wide, your fingertips out in front of you. Yes, nice, Jemma. Ears here, forehead is pressed into the mat. And keep pressing your hips down towards the mat, pressing your palms into the mat. You can give your forehead a little massage if you like. And connect with your breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Maintain that steady quality breath. It's all about the quality of your breath. And keep lengthening through those fingertips, creating that counter motion, pressing the hips back, opening wide, keeping the knees wide. And then start to walk your fingertips over towards the right side. And as you do that, keep drawing your left hip down towards the mat until you start to feel a nice stretch on your left side. Start to feel your left ribcage stretch. And keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears as you, so a lot of counteractions here. Drawing that left hip down, reaching towards the right side, right fingertips, and maintaining consistent breath. And then when you're ready, start to walk the fingertips towards the center. And then towards the opposite side. So walk the fingertips towards the left side, and then keeping that right hip anchored down to the mat, towards the ground. And holding on to that breath, inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Relax the head and the neck, relax the shoulders until you start to feel that stretch in the side body. Nice job. And then slowly walk your fingertips back towards the center. And then begin to roll your spine one vertebrae at a time back into your seated posture, comfortable. You can sit on your heels or into your cross-legged. And from here to do butterfly. So we're gonna bring your heels together. Touch. Sit up really tall. Nice. And then edges your feet and start to draw your feet in towards your sit bones. So draw your feet in, draw your shoulders down the back. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, lion's breath. Yeah, make that audible. And do that one more time. Open the chest. Awesome. And for this one, reach your hands up, inhale. Look up. And then exhale, fold forward. And you can just place your hands in front of you if you like. You can grab your feet wherever you're rest. You can use a buck or a prop to rest your head if it doesn't go down all the way. Just try to relax your neck and shoulders as much as possible here. So with each inhale, you're lengthening. And with each exhale, you're folding a little bit deeper into the pose. So key is just to stay with your breath in this pose. And allow the outer knees just to drop towards the floor. Deep inhales, deep exhale. Let's try a lion's breath from here. So deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Nice. A couple more deep breaths here. Just stay with your breath. And then when you're ready, start to walk slowly. Walk the fingertips back up to your seated posture. Come up one vertebrae at a time, real slowly. And sit up really tall. Draw the shoulders back. Start to notice any changes. And let's just do a couple of neck curls here. So one side, extending the head all the way back to the left side, to the front. Right shoulder, right ear, left shoulder, left ear. And then do the opposite direction here. And then bring your hands to heart center. And let's take one deep Ujjayi breath together. Inhale. And then exhale, lion's breath. Yeah, and just shake it all up. Just give your body a big shake. Yeah, silly. And coming back to center. Just close your eyes. Go inward from it. Come back to that intention that you thought about at the beginning. And then just let go of anything that not you. Use these poses to boost your immune system, to strengthen your lungs. Again, try to be creative with these poses. There's plenty of research there to pull from, yogajournal.com. Some of my favorite yoga classes are Yoga with Tim on YouTube. Black Swan Yoga is actually an Austin-based studio. They're doing classes right now. Aloe Yoga is a really great website. They have a YouTube series, and they also have a video series online. So there's a lot of resources. I love yoga because it's just so fun to be able to create your own flow and your own sequence and make it your own. So thanks for watching and paying attention. I appreciate you guys. And I see you, Lori.
All right, thank you, Adam. So now we are going to jump into the second part of this with Jemma, and I'm going to spotlight her video again. So, all right, there you go. And now Jemma's going to take over. So again, if anyone has any questions during this for either Adam or Jemma, feel free to just send those directly to me. I'm keeping track of them, and we'll get to those at the end. So without any further ado, all right, go.
Awesome. Thank you, Dree. Adam, that was excellent. I'm so glad you went first. because that really helped calm my nerves. And I'd be so curious to hear what all of your intentions were for this. Mine was to have fun. So hope you all get to have fun with me while I demonstrate some simple self-massage techniques that you can do from home. All of them performed either sitting, laying, knitting. So sit because that's what's comfortable for me. I'm just going to cross my legs, and if you don't already feel burning or incense or have some music playing, now would be a great time to go ahead and put down a milk and honey bath and body oil. This is the blend designed for soothing sore muscles. It has eucalyptus and arnica, and a little bit of this goes away. You don't need to use oil today. It's definitely optional. Some good old coconut oil works just fine. But today I'll be using this. And we're going to begin by placing our hands over our heart. Close your eyes here. And we'll take one more nice deep breath in. You may notice deep breathing is a theme for today. Just go ahead and take this heart space. Self-massage is also a form of self-compassion. So really just gentle with yourself throughout this practice. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good. Always listen to your body, okay? And with that said, the first area we'll be missing are our pectoral muscles. So the way I like to do this is like to use just my fingertips. I start right here, the center of my body, right here, well, closer to my sternum, and I use small circular motions. So go ahead and rub right here in the upper pectoral muscles, small circles. You can play around with the pressure here. You can start with a lighter pressure and work towards a deeper pressure if that feels good to you. And continue with these small circular motions. I'm going to slowly work away from towards my shoulder. So you're going to start here and continue working the tissue towards your shoulder. Now, if you find a spot that's tender, I encourage you to go ahead and maintain a consistent pressure until you feel it release or it becomes less sensitive. So for me, I feel a tight spot right here. So I'm just gonna hold a more firm pressure, and I'm gonna use my breath to help encourage my muscle release. The reason I wanted to work the pectoral muscles today is because we spend so much of our time with our hands and our arms forward, right? Either whether it's typing or driving, cell phones, our pecs tend to get really tight around our shoulders forward. So what we're trying to do is encourage return to neutral alignment by helping to release tension from our pectoral muscles. So switch sides now, starting with circular motions. Right underneath my clavicle. And I'm gonna work towards my shoulder. You can also apply pressure directly on a tender spot and go ahead and rotate your arm. A massage. And so what you're doing, you're pinning the muscle and then you're stretching it for additional relief. So you can do this a few times. Don't be afraid to like breathe in there if it feels good. You may be surprised by the amount of pressure. So after we've done that a few times, we're going to give our shoulders a roll. Helps even more. And notice, it may feel different. Hopefully you feel a little bit more relaxed. The next area will be massaging, is our jaw. So go ahead and take your fingers, place them right in front of your earlobe, about above your jawline. Sides, I'm gonna press. There's a sweet spot right here. This is your masseter muscle or your chewing muscle. And I'm just gonna hold gentle pressure here. I love to make really funny faces when I do this because it helps to really open up just my face. Like, I don't know if you ever experience having a tight face. Sometimes if I laugh really hard, I'll notice my mouth actually gets sore. And so I like to open things up just by making really weird faces. You can open and close your jaw here as you're massaging your masseter. This is a really great technique if you struggle with TMJ. It's okay if you're shy and if you don't want to be on video, you can always turn your video off when you make these funny faces. All right. And the next part we'll be massaging is our ears. So I like to do this by gently tugging on my ears and pulling my ears away from my head. So I start at the earlobe, and then you can incorporate rotation here, like we did with our shoulders. And then you can work your way towards the top of your ears. Remember to breathe deeply, and with every exhale, you can drop your shoulders a little bit more. All right, we've worked our ears. We will now move on to our scalp. I love massaging my scalp. It's probably my favorite area to receive massage. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to take our 10, place them firmly on either side of your head, right here on your temporalis muscle. And you're going to use small circular motions, relieving tension in your head and scalp. This is such a wonderful technique for those who struggle with tension headaches or migraines. You can also work the temple the same way, using small circular motions. For my temples, I just use my index and middle fingers. And then you can also play with the direction that you massage. This is a great way to just explore and discover what feels good to you. Sometimes I'll be massaging an area of my body and I'll, whoa, I didn't know that that was so tight. That shouldn't feel like that. And so, like I did on this, especially tender, I like to just hold it right here on the crown of my head. It's a little bit tender, so I'm just gonna apply more firm pressure until I feel it relax. All right. You can also work the back of your head right here using the same small circular motions, applying pressure directly from your fingertips. So it's like I'm pressing onto my scalp and pulling the tissue away from my skull. This is also really, really awesome technique if you want to help grow your hair faster, as this stimulates hair growth and oil production. The first time I shaved my head, I got really embarrassed and I was like, I don't know this look. And massaged my scalp for 10 minutes a day just to help grow my hair faster. I'm not sure how effective it was, but anyway. Yay. Those are all the techniques I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. That was really fun. And let me know if there's other areas you'd like for me to show you how to massage next time.
Hi, okay, thank you for that, Jemma. That was great. So we did get a few questions in, so I'm gonna turn off the spotlight video. So instead, I think it should be highlighting just whoever is speaking. So I think you guys can kind of, I'm gonna unmute you too, Adam, if that's okay. I think you guys can kind of tag team these answers. All right, we will start with the first one. So the first one is, what's one trick to correcting your posture when you constantly find yourself slumping over your computer at home?
So one thing I like to do to help improve my posture is by stretching my pectoral muscles. So either grabbing the wall behind me or a chair, whatever's convenient, and helping open up this this area of my body. Also, one thing I've done to help improve my posture is yoga and strengthening my spine, and really just like reminding myself throughout the day, okay, remember posture. Like, remind yourself until it becomes a habit, and then you no longer have to think about it anymore. That's, yeah, but yoga is a wonderful, wonderful tool to help improve your posture. Stretching and just like reminding yourself throughout the day, okay, relax my shoulders, maybe bring them back a little bit, especially if you find them like this.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You have really great posture, even at work, Jemma. Like all of it takes is just a little bit of just that thought, like a little bit of mindfulness, and like drawing the shoulders away from the ears, opening the chest. It's all about like that counter action, and then strengthening the back muscles. So any yoga poses that you can find that strengthen your back muscles and open up the shoulders are really going to help with posture. I really love like just interlacing my hands behind my back like this. That's like an amazing chest opener. And then like you can, there's a pose called Pastarita Padottanasana A, and it's a wide-legged stance. And Jemma, if you want, you can demo this. You probably know this pose. Just like, yeah, spread your legs out really wide, interlace your hands behind your back, your feet are parallel. Yeah, lengthen the crown of the head forward, create some space, and exhale, fold. Yeah, so just drawing the shoulders in. It's like the best chest opener ever. And then you get both. You get like that good shoulder opener too. And you can kind of play around with that, relax the head and the neck. Wonderful. So that's a great one for posture, to help remind your body of like where it should be, like where your bones and stuff should be stacked and everything. So that's my tip.
The next question, sorry, I was on mute for a second. I had to get the link from Zoom, just, you know, Zoom life. Okay, so the next question is, what are some of the best stretches and massages to help with neck, shoulder, and back tension caused by working all day, sitting crouched over a computer? I guess that's kind of like similar, but maybe if we want to highlight a few like massages that would specifically be good for that. I know we kind of touched on stretching, but if you guys have anything.
So my favorite way to massage my back is actually using the foam roller, and we'll demonstrate that now.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have one, I highly suggest you get one. It has saved me many times in my massage practice. So the way I like to do this is I'll go ahead and place it right here. And then I just roll, and I just gotta pop. And this feels so lovely on my back. I can just relax here too. This is also a really great chest opener.
Mm-hmm.
This is good for opening up the anterior neck as well. That's really awesome for opening up the back. You said neck stretches. The neck is a little bit trickier. It's not very easy to self-massage the neck. I do manage to massage my neck using the foam roller, but you have to be very careful. Stretching is highly effective though, and the way I like to do that is kind of like how Adam had us do in the yoga tutorial, was just by stretching. You can gently tug your head, bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. And then
even this, like this is a good shoulder stretch here, like bringing that, holding onto the bicep, tricep, pulling the shoulder open, and then the opposite side. And then even this is a good tricep stretch. And then just simple neck rolls are really just, I think they're really effective at releasing a lot of tension. And anything you use like with like audible exhale is an amazing way to release tension and from the tissues. It's just like even sighing is a great way to just like let it all go, you know, and to relax the upper body.
Cool. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Someone asked a little bit different, but what are some of the relaxing face massage techniques that you would recommend? I know you mentioned a few of those, Jemma, but I didn't know if you guys had any others that you wanted to include.
So, okay, so relaxing face techniques. Sorry, I want to get out of this sun a little bit. Maybe this is okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do, okay. So I definitely would suggest using lighter pressure if you're trying to massage your face, but also maintain like a relaxed state. Just like, so we did a lot of small circular motions, like we did that on our pecs, we did that on our scalp and our jaw. I would continue playing with the small circular motions for your face. I could maybe offer a better answer if you could specify like what area of your face you want to relax, or
They specified that they wanted to incorporate it into their skincare routine. So I think like the small circles is maybe.
oh yeah, okay. So when I'm massaging my face, I like to do just very like gentle circles like that, working like upwards.
Great. Okay, next question. I guess both of you guys can kind of answer this one too, but someone asked, what is your favorite essential oil scent? And they asked specifically for body relaxation.
Lavender. That's my favorite. I like lavender and eucalyptus. It's a good combo. It's also in this spray here. The lavender is like really great for, it produces a calming effect in the body, and then eucalyptus is more stimulating. It's good for congestion, nasal congestion, and allergies, things like that. I also like tea tree. Tea tree is a nice one. It's antibacterial. How about you, Jemma?
My favorite oils of the moment and for relaxation are vanilla, orange, and probably peppermint. Peppermint's probably more known to be invigorating and uplifting, but I like to rotate through the oils I use, but I would say lavender is a really great go-to for like calming. It really helps calm my nerves. But orange and vanilla, really vanilla with anything. I also really like rose.
I love it. I love it. Those are all great recommendations. Okay, so hopping on to the next question. Someone asked, and this was specifically, Jemma, when you were doing kind of the scalp massage, someone asked, do you have a product to recommend for scalp massage? And then they asked, would you recommend oils?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hair mask. If you have a hair mask, you can massage that hair mask all up in there. Any oil you like. Oil works better than lotion for the scalp. I definitely suggest using oil. I'm a huge fan of coconut oil for cooking, for massaging. Like, it's got so many great uses. So I will, like, the thing is though, you will have to wash it out. Yeah, but yeah, it's really great. It's a very great conditioner for your hair. Like, not to use after shampoo, but just as a like a weekly hair conditioning treatment.
Definitely, I love that. That's I know at Milk and Honey, when you go to the spa, you can actually get that oil treatment, and I think it's amazing because you definitely have to scrub it out afterward, but your hair and your scalp feel amazing.
And it smells so good. It has lemongrass and coconut, and it's my favorite scent we have at Milk and Honey is that hair mask.
So I know you mentioned, just hopping in here really quickly with like a side question of kind of what you just said. I know you mentioned that it would be better versus lotion for scalp massage specifically, and I'd love to hear potentially from both of you, like when you would choose lotion over oil and why, and kind of what the difference is for using it within massage or self-massage.
Yeah, I love that you asked this because this is one of my most commonly asked questions by guests that I visit at Milk and Honey. it's really like personal preference, whichever you like more. They're both awesome. Lotion is water-based, so it absorbs better into the skin. If you have dry skin, I would probably suggest lotion, but oil, I mean, they're both really great. Oil tends to have more of a, it's kind of like you have a barrier afterwards. So if you don't like the feeling of having oil on you, then you would want to go for the lotion. But they're both great, yeah.
Oh, Adam, I think, sorry, I think you were muted for some reason. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, I would just echo what she said. The lotion is just more absorbent, and oil is, you know, it kind of leaves a residue, but it's nice. You know, it's a nice residue, and it's more slippery. Like lotion, you can kind of it's easier to get into deeper tissue with lotion.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I feel like everyone just gravitates towards one or the other. So that's good to know that both of them are great. So, okay, next one. Do you have a recommended lymphatic self-massage?
I do not. I am not trained in lymphatic massage. That might be my next training, but I highly suggest, if you're wanting to incorporate some lymphatic self-massage, to check out YouTube, check out other online resources. I'm sure there's stuff out there.
Cool. Okay, and then that's kind of it. That's the last question. So again, thank you to everyone for coming and joining us. This was amazing. I know when I had my camera off, was stretching on my end, and I loved seeing everyone doing their stretches from home. We look forward to doing more of these in the future, and stay tuned for, we are going to send an email after this with the recording and with kind of links to both Jemma and Adam's pages. So I see a question now: when will a recording be available? It will be available tomorrow. So we will be sending out that email tomorrow. You can check in on our YouTube page or just stay tuned for that email. But thank you guys so much. And if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions or feedback, please feel free to email us at marketing@milkandhoney.com. And thank you so much to Jemma and Adam for sharing your wisdom with us tonight. I know I'm going to be stretching more after this too. So thank you guys, and have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, Trey. Thank you guys.
Yeah.